Hi, I'm Dr. Priyanka Nayak, a board certified internal medicine physician and certified life coach. Today, I want to talk about something that I think will be really helpful for you. I work on it with my clients, and I, of course, work on this myself, is processing negative emotions because gosh, life can be, well, life is very beautiful. I always say that to my kids, but it can also be really hard, right? Life can be tough. Things can happen. Parents can die, or family members can die. Whatever, death, right? Death, divorce, moving can be hard. All we experience, job change. We experience grief when these things happen because we're so conditioned to wanting stability and what we know. And although we are highly resilient and adaptable to change, change can be really hard. And part of moving through it and moving forward and having inner peace is to actually be able to sit with the grief and negative emotions. And I know it's not fun. It's definitely not fun, but if you learn to do that, you will come out on the other side in a much better place. And if you can remember that, like this is a part of life, then you will feel so much better. So here are some steps you can take when moving through negative emotions. One is to just allow yourself and give yourself the space and grace to feel the negativity, whatever it might be, whether it's sadness or anger. And you can, for me personally, I find it, especially if I'm grieving, it's really helpful for me to cry. It's extremely cathartic. So finding a way to cry. I will actually sometimes play music that I know will make me cry, and it helps. And then what I've noticed too is even if the emotion is really strong, like I feel devastated, let's say, I remind myself that this is a temporary feeling. I'm not one with my feeling, even though it feels like I am. This is going to pass. And by keeping that in mind while I'm grieving, it's comforting. Like I don't get so sucked in like I used to my emotions. And it just makes life easier. And then actually, sometimes when I'm done crying, I will see how long I actually cried for and realize it was only 5 to 10 minutes, even though it might feel really, really long. Also, remember that grief, right? This is a normal part of life. Like, this is life. Life is not all sunshine and roses and candy as much as we want it to be. So, if we can accept that, then we don't create an extra layer of negativity, being upset about whatever negative emotions we have. Also, we accept, right? We accept, we sit with, we process, and processing looks different for everyone, but just giving ourselves that space to feel those bad emotions, right? So we feel them. And then once we actually, oh, sorry. And then the last thing I wanted to say, I lost my train of thought for a second. The last thing about this is that when you're grieving or going through a hard time, remember that it's not like all day, every day, you're miserable, right? Like you have moments where you might cry or you have moments where you might feel sad, but there are times when you're busy or times in the same period where you're laughing or right? Like it's not constant. It ebbs and it flows. So remember that too, that it's not necessarily like all day, every day you're grieving and it's all bad. It's not. There are periods of levity in there. You just have to pay attention to them and look for them. Okay. So follow these steps, try these steps when you're dealing with something really hard in your life. And I'm telling you, it works and it will help you feel more in control of what's going on in your life as opposed to feeling like things are happening to you and you're miserable. It's really just being aware and practicing these couple of things. So if you like this, get in touch with me and let's talk so that I can help you in all areas of your life where you're feeling pain, even if it feels like it's impossible to be happy right now, even if it feels like inner peace and freedom are impossible. If you've tried self-help, all the things, self-care, people love to prescribe that, and that's really not the answer to everything. But if you've tried all that, you still feel like you don't know what you're doing or you don't know how to get out of this place, book a consult call with me and I will help you. A 30-minute free consultation call, www.priyankanayakmdcoaching.as.me. That is www.priyankanayakmdcoaching.as.me. Thank you.